back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Blap, slap, what do that mean? Hey, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's week 14. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Penix working from the gun. That's caught for the first. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. All lined up and ready to boot this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away.
His first throw is an interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. Broke through the tackle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
From the shotgun, Penix. The back's got it. Touchdown, Atlanta. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go. 70 Rangers, 7, tracking 60.
Slot man in motion left. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. No one around. He's got space. And the Falcons get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, Robinson breaks the tackle, still going. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third down, it's Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's Robinson, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Once more, it's Robinson. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4, that brings up third and goal. Man in motion, out of the slot. Now Penix on third and goal. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. The 50. The 30. The 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Penix here from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. 45 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Play action on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. They'll try with the wideout. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays. Really, there's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole other set of issues for defenses.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix has him on the quick hitter. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st down, ball at the 36. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To the air with Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Calvin Austin on the return. And he's out a little short of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And it doesn't fall into the breadbasket. Incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Alert! Let's go!
Running once more with Henry. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens driving. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Buffalo 18!
Throwing from the gun. Here's a loft deep down the middle. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky doesn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Ready! Set, go!
Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Go track! Ready?
This is Henry on 2nd. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw it. Taken in by Likely. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
The drive begins with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Caught by Flowers. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Another run for Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Working quickly here. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Justin Matabike making that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Falcons will have a first. Penix working from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Hey, check that.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. Penix now. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Put the body on the line for his team. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
First down from the red zone. Chase, this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Another try following the sack. That's brought in by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Here we go, set.
Here's Henry running left. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's across the 20, still going. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Second and 3 now.
Street. Hey, check that. Street. Check out.
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens trail by a field goal. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have taken the lead late. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll get it up to the 44. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back to throw. Get some space around midfield. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. Give him 13 on that play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Penix. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Henry running to the left. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, set. Go, check. Go, ready.
Here's a give for Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So a punt coming up on 4th down, and it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. He breaks a tackle. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.